super secret location deep within the mountains of Colorado, it's time to strap up, strap in, or strap on with your host, Shenanigans in One Shot. It's From the Ashes Radio!
Well, hello, party people. How's everybody doing? As you may be able to see, we are currently in the super secret location in the medical wing. But watch your foot. Because somebody got the boo-boos. And we'll expand on that. Can I tell the story of what happened? Can I tell what we went through? So it was actually pretty sad, and I feel kind of bad. Oh, and I need to fire up my phone so we can get all your well wishes as well. So poor guy, there he was, taking his balloon for a ride. No big deal, nothing going on. Life is good. Out of nowhere, F-22, right?
Yeah.
Comes screaming out of nowhere and starts taking pot shots at the poor guy. Managed to put it on the ground, but you see, now he's half bionic, and it was catastrophic and disappointing. So yeah. But so we're getting through it. So we're in the medical wing of the super secret location. Oh, hang on, let me
skew our camera over.
What do you want me to do? This way? This way?
Like skew it to the right, so we're centered, even though we're not centered.
How's that?
That's better.
Let me see here. Yeah. So super disappointing though. Joe Allen and Crystal and Rodenbaugh are what? How's she watching? Aren't you driving away from the bunker right now? You shouldn't be watching.
She's just listening.
I wonder if you're
with the screen on in front of her.
Hopefully, your auto insurance guy isn't listening.
No, we don't need to talk about auto insurance and the wife. Okay, just you're bringing up touchy subjects.
Am I? So yeah. But yeah. How disappointing. I mean, honestly, poor guy. Just that was disappointing as far as I'm concerned. Whatever, man. Hey, Bernie's on here. Cool. What's up, Bern? Anyway, whatever you call it. In just a few minutes, we're gonna have Brian Talley on.
Yes.
So let me talk to them, not you, because I talk to you all day, every day. In just a few minutes, we're gonna have Brian Talley on the show. He does. Oh shit, we can't have a show right now. Talk to the people.
Man, I don't know what's going on here, but I bet you it's something very, very, very important.
Yeah. I just realized.
Oh my goodness. How are you messing so many things up?
Well, because we're in the sick bay instead of in our normal location. What did bald face, butt face Rob do to you? One shot. See, now that's what I'm telling everyone. I'm telling everyone I beat his ass. But yeah, not as many people are believing that one. Yeah. So we're gonna have Brian Talley on in just a few minutes to tell us, well, actually in a minute, to tell us all about Today with Talley. Have you heard his show yet?
I have not.
Well, since you got nothing else going on, and you're just chilling, you got time.
I thought are we gonna do Private Carl first, or are we gonna do that?
Do you have a Private Carl? Or
oh, I sent you the one.
So no shit, there you were on the jiu-jitsu mat.
Yeah, there was a jiu-jitsu mat. Oh man,
you may have sent me one, but I don't know.
I did. I don't think you thought it would be a Private Carl. It's
well, and I feel like we've exchanged quite a few messages over the last 5 days.
Well, yeah. Okay, I got to refine it. So go ahead.
You're all right.
Continue on.
Come on, live chat. There we go. And then in just a little while, 6:15 or so. So in about 10 minutes, we're going to bring on Rob Garnett with One More Wave. If you are a veteran, if you're a disabled veteran, and you want to learn some more about surfing, check out One More Wave. If you're not a veteran and you just think surfing is super badass and super cool, because it is, what do you call it? You should make a donation to them. You should buy a t-shirt, a hat, patches, whatever the case may be. I don't know squat about surfing. I leave tomorrow to go to Hawaii. Have
you made a phone call yet and scheduled your journey?
You haven't sent me a number yet. Okay. Not that I'm aware of. But anyway, yeah, because we're trying to bridge gaps and we're trying to, have political discourse and whatnot with the Hawaiian natives. I'm going to go there and eat all of their spam and make an offering of jiu-jitsu blue belts to the sacrificial altar, and we'll go from there. But I'm going to surf while I'm there. I signed up for a surfing lesson. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Surfing's pretty rad.
I don't. Have you done it?
Yeah, I lived in Hawaii almost 10 years.
That's why I'm asking.
Of course, it's serious. I wasn't big into it. It was kind of like snowboarding is for me now. Well, actually, now I don't snowboard anymore. I have bad knees.
The listeners want to know how high you are right now.
Oh, muy poquito.
Un poquito, por favor. Yeah. Hang on a second. Let's push some buttons here. Let's see if Brian Talley is in the waiting room yet. He is. All right. Hold on one second, folks. Let's talk to this dude real quick. All right. Brian.
Hello?
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? No? No audio, huh? How's our audio, folks? You seem to be hearing us okay. Name him. Brian, I'm using my American Sign Language to let you know that you may not have any audio. Now, how about now? No? And I see that you're muted. Oh, are you muted? Do I have you muted? Hang on. Let me see if I have you muted. I'm not very good at this. It's a good thing I'm extremely attractive because I'm not very good at this part. No, you're added. You should not. Well, that's unmute mic. How about that? Unmute mic. Can I do that? You can't unmute your guest. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Perfect.
How's it going?
Brian Talley. Today with Talley. How the heck are you, man?
Good.
Well,
man, that looks gnarly.
From the ashes. What's that?
I said that leg looks gnarly.
Yeah, I have like an exoskeleton. I don't know. This thing's special. I have 2 bolts into my tibia, 2 bolts into my femur, and a bunch of stuff so that my leg stays together because it's the only thing holding it together right now.
Yikes.
Yeah.
How sad is that, man? I mean, one little balloon ride. Just because it said, "Let's go, Brandon," on the side of the balloon. What a bunch of crap. But anyway, Talley. So the reason you're here is because you are some of the newest talent that we have on About Face Radio.
Awesome.
You want me to hand you the monster?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like to be quiet about it, but everybody sees what we're doing. So, Talley, tell us about your show today with Talley.
It was just something I was on a mindfulness walk about 175 days ago, and God put this on my heart to start a podcast, and I had never done it before or anything like that. So like many Americans and veterans these days, starting podcasts, and I just sat down, called a good friend of mine, Phil Blackman, and he kind of mentored me and got me started on StreamYard. And then from there, call up a bunch of people I knew that could add a lot of value to the program and had them on. And now I've done about 116 episodes, and it's going great. And I'm having a really good time.
Very glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. When is your show on?
It is all about adding, value, real life value to the lives of everyday people. It's a serious podcast. Of course, every now and again you'll have a little joke here and there, whatever. But it's a serious podcast. I like to kind of dig in deep a little bit to folks and their lives, and through stories of perseverance and resilience and never quitting, and just hear good positive stories. I mean, our world is consumed with so much negative and bad emotions and bad news, and this is an opportunity to come on and tell a good story. I know a lot of the times they don't start very good, very sad, but that's what leads them to their story and their journey. And I kind of go through that. And we also do a lot of advocating, veteran advocating, or really anything people are concerned about, in the country that they want to talk about. We'll get them on, and we'll have a chat.
What is your time slot on About Face Radio? When can people tune in?
I think on Tuesdays. I mean, really, it's still brand new. I know I sent some stuff to Phil, some MP3s, and he was just kind of slot them around here and there and kind of play with it. I mean, I've got 116 episodes, So I could be a filler. Yeah, but I think it's like Tuesday, maybe around 6 p.m. Something like that.
Well, we're in Colorado. We are broadcasting from the underground bunker. Where are you located? You're in Texas, right?
Houston. Mm-hmm.
Houston, Texas. Cool,
Mm-hmm.
very cool. Worst football team I've ever heard of, but hey, great little town.
Hey, I'm a Bronco fan, so.
Well, look who just got added to the Christmas card list. Well done. So the medical bay down here happens to be decorated with Bronco paraphernalia. Look at that.
Yeah, my roots are Colorado, bro.
Very well. You don't have a Colorado accent.
I don't have any accent.
I was gonna say he doesn't have a Texas accent either.
Yeah.
Do Coloradans have an accent?
Yeah, we all
I'm just American. How about that?
Well, cool. Well, Brian, welcome to About Face Radio. Very, very glad to hear you. Are you on the socials? Where can people find you if they want to look up more on the show?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook, Today with Tally. That's a new page. We got great engagement over there. You can come on over there. I post my shows on YouTube, which is Today with Tally, and then Twitter, and then also on Spotify and Anchor FM. So we're pretty much everywhere. Yeah.
Excellent. We're glad to hear it. Well, thanks for being a part of From the Ashes Radio. Thanks for coming on the show and pimping yourself a little bit. And hope we get a few more listeners on your show Today with Tally on About Face Radio. And thanks for being a part of the team, man.
Yeah, I even added it to my everyday. When I come on, I added About Face Radio to my moniker, if you will.
Very nice.
I kind of tell everybody, where the show is, and then I always say and About Face Radio. So hopefully I'm starting to drive some folks over to you and get some engagement popping on your guys' social media pages, and hopefully get a bunch of veterans involved and really making a good positive difference out there for everybody. That's what it's all about.
Like a couple weeks ago with Matt Stack from Killing Chaos, excellent author. If you get a chance, I'll send you his contact information. Great book. Definitely sounds like something to be up your alley.
Killing
Chaos. I'll send it to you. Don't you worry. You don't have to write anything down. Look at you trying to find a pen.
No, I got it. I'm a note taker. Yeah, I'm a note taker, man. That's what I do, bro.
We'll send it your way. Hey, man, thanks a lot for being on the show. Have a great afternoon and enjoy the rest. Hey, how'd your kid do a baseball today?
Oh, great. Yeah.
Glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. Well, have a good time, man. It was great seeing you.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Later. Bye. All right, folks. So in like 2 minutes, we're going to bring on Rob Garnett with One More Wave, which is one of those interviews I've been looking forward to for a really long time. But before we do that, I got to show you some cool stuff. Hang on. One shot. Talk to him.
So you guys remember when, was it 2 weeks ago, we had on a gentleman that was the founder, owner, and
Chuck,
just regular old badass of Raid skateboards. I don't know how many of you actually went and looked at his stuff, but it's super rad. I mean, I'm impressed. They're cool boards. So
they all came in. So check it out. So this one, we're going to hang this one in the studio somewhere once we get our remodel done in the super secret location.
I thought that was the one we're giving away.
No, hold on, man. I got you. But now we have these two, which are super cool too. I'm going to block your face. So these two came from Raid Skateboards as well. One of these is for Seth, and one of them, although I don't think he's going to be getting much mileage out of it anytime soon. The other one.
Yeah, go to skate park this weekend. What are you talking about?
Actually, you joke. Moving around on a skate with 1 foot on that, it'd probably make it a lot more comfortable on a skateboard to move your foot around.
Genius idea.
I know. I'm not just a giant penis and huge muscles, I do have a brain. But yeah, the other one we're going to give away, it's for you. You can have it. But you got to do a couple things. You have to follow us on Instagram on About Face Radio.
And Facebook.
And on From the Ashes on Instagram as well. You also have to follow Raid Skateboards on Instagram. And if you want to, send a message, be like, hey, saw this fat bald guy. He really likes your skateboards. Love his radio show or not. But yeah, you got to do that. And then on last but not least, you got to tag one of your friends so that we know you're encouraging your friends to listen to this stupid radio show, because we want that as much as possible. Does that sound fair? On our show, beginning of today's February, March, April, first show that we have in April, we will give away one of these decks. Whichever one that Seth decides that he doesn't want, we're giving away the other one. My recommendation was this one because I think it's badass. But as soon as he put his hands on it, that dude was like, "But I want this one," and I don't blame him because they're kind of cool. So yeah, do those things. Encourage your friends to listen to the show, and you can earn yourself a sweet ass skateboard deck from Raid Skateboards. So
Pieces of art.
They really are pieces of art as far as I'm concerned.
Mine's going on the wall. I'm not saying I would never. If I was riding all the time, I just buy more. I buy two of everything. One for the wall, one for the park.
Well, that's why I bought like 5 of them. Mine has not come yet. So mine is still on the way because it is a one-time limited release. Remember the rooster from Fox and the Hound? Oodalali, oodalali, golly, what a day. He's on the bottom of the one I bought. So
that's cool.
But
before we bring Rob on, will you lower that a tiny bit? I can't.
Sure. How do I do it? Hang on a second. Rob, we got you. Don't you worry. Hold on.
All right.
Hang on. So I don't know which button we're going to go which way. So
let's not go up.
Prepare your anus. Say when.
Oh, there we go. Cheese and rice.
Any poop?
Rob, welcome to From the Ashes. I'm a little bit slow and loopy tonight. I apologize, but I got a monster here trying to bring out the monster in me. Hopefully it works.
Rob Garnett. One more wave.
I got that. One more wave.
So, Rob, we did an interview with what do you need? This thing again? With Griff from Combat Flip Flop. Yep. And that would not shut up about you guys. He loved you guys. So
he's a great dude.
It was perfect to kind of connect with you and put you on. So what? I thought we were just cuddling. So yeah, tell us about One More Wave. Tell us about you. Are you a veteran?
No, of course. No, of course, thanks to Griff, love some Combat Flip Flops, and I'm sorry about your balloon accident, dude. That looks rough. I'm glad you got some monster though.
Yeah.
No, I was in the Navy. I retired in 2015. When I retired, I did a little bit of contracting for a bit, and then was lucky enough to link it with some buddies and get going with One More Wave.
Well, tell us about One More Wave. What is it you guys do?
For sure. So One More Wave's a nonprofit. We're based here in San Diego, California. We provide injured and disabled veterans surfing equipment, and typically it's customized, right? The reason we started was here in San Diego. If we all remember back to when Iraq was kind of the most hot and heavy with all the IEDs, there's a lot of guys coming back with really serious physical injuries, right? A lot of amputations, spinal injuries, burns, stuff like that. So when guys would come back, they'd go through these different programs, and surfing was one of them. And so there's a couple of us, when we were still on active duty, we would volunteer at these clinics to help, other folks learn how to surf or get back into surfing. And that's really where it took off. We had a friend come through, Air Force guy who's below the knee amputee. He's just having a really tough time getting back into surfing. And so that's when we started. We made this guy the board, and then fast forward to now, we've made 600. So we just hit 600 at the end of the year. So we're just excited to keep cranking.
What is different about this board than a regular surfboard?
You're just asking.
Sure. So,
well, because I might need one day. Because I might just give up on building and just be like,
Sure. So maybe someone can't stand up anymore, right? They have an injury that doesn't allow them to stand up. So they're going to be prone, laying on their stomach. So maybe we have to put some handles on the deck, or maybe we have to scoop out the deck a bit so their body doesn't fall out. Or maybe we have to make it wider for somebody that might have a traumatic brain injury that makes their balance kind of impaired. Or maybe you're missing limbs or other parts. So we have to move fins around so that you can turn the board. It really depends. Everyone's a little bit different. But that's kind of the fun, is figuring it out for everybody.
That's cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It wasn't like this is the answer to all problems, because when we're getting to those problems, there are a lot of them that are very different.
I agree. What do you call it? I had a question and I lost it. What was it? It was veterans. Oh yeah. Let's say that there people are listening right now and they're like, man, this is super cool. I have a surfboard that's been hanging in my garage. I live in Monument, Colorado now, or something like that, and I don't use it all that much. Can people donate equipment to you guys to help out your mission?
They can, and usually what we kind of recommend for that is to just sell it, and then you can donate the cash, because sending boards is kind of, it's hard. We damage them all the time sending brand new ones. So that part is kind of difficult. And usually for boards that we give to people, we have to make them custom. So we don't typically give used boards to our folks just because most of the time they're so specialized. But if people are local, they want to drive them over. Sometimes people will take them, but usually the best bet is to, get on Craigslist and sell those used boards. And then if you want to donate, that's cool. But that's typically what we suggest to folks that, have some old equipment at home. They're like, hey, someone might use it. The best bet is usually that route.
So my hetero life mate here is basically a surfing expert, whereas I am a novice. Do you have to have surfing experience to participate with One More Wave?
Usually our guys and gals have all surfed before, and they're just trying to dial in their surfing. We typically don't teach surfing. We'll help, but and the reason that is because there's probably 12 nonprofits just in Southern California that teach vets how to surf. We provide the gear, and then the second half of our mission is really community, right? So we found that, we can make all this cool gear. Guys love gear. They take it home, and then they do what a lot of us do, which is kind of isolate, maybe find a reason not to go. It's cold, it's wet, I'm tired, I don't want to put my stuff in my truck. But if someone else is going to say, hey man, let's go, I'm going to go surf, let's go with me, people have a lot better chance of going. So we started hosting monthly meetups where we surf. And so we have chapters all over the US. We have them in California, we have them in Virginia Beach, we have them in North Carolina, we have them in Oahu. We had one in Okinawa for a bit. So we're just always kind of spreading out and trying to offer more opportunities to go surf. And so people that aren't veterans come to these groups. San Diego, probably at least half of the people that come to our events aren't veterans at all. They just want to come and enjoy the ocean, maybe help some people get in and out of the water, or just be stoked and surf.
Very cool.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through some of your our social media manager, Shanna and Angie. We're scrolling through some of your social media and some of the pictures, man. That is some powerful stuff that you guys got going on. You're doing great things for people.
No, thank you. And you know what you find out when you start surfing with, you guys may have buddies that are amputees that you served with, or they just want to be treated like everybody else. I always tell this funny story where we've got one of our guys, Jose. He's a triple amputee. He's got one arm, no legs, and he surfs, and he charges all the time. He's the most excited guy to go surfing all the time. And me and a buddy and him, we're kind of walking out, and he kind of hops along, and we're getting in the water, and we find a little trench, right? And we sink a little bit. Well, he sinks in it and just goes underwater. And he comes up and he doesn't say, hey, why don't you help me? Hey, what's up? He just comes up and you just see that one middle finger come up. And he's like, hey, F you guys, what are you guys doing? And so it just kind of makes you realize that everyone wants to be treated the same. They don't want to be treated different because they're missing a part, or maybe they got blown up a couple times. They just want to get in the water and do the same thing we all do when we get together, which is talk a little trash, drink some coffee, and, get in the ocean.
I don't mean to interrupt you right now, but some of our listeners are chastising One Shot right now. For example, smoking is bad for healing. I had Budokan and fundamentals class on Monday. One of our listeners, we got him into jiu-jitsu, and now he's a straight up murderer. So now he likes to give shit. That's awesome, dude. Everybody's all concerned about your recovery and whatnot.
Well, it's cool. Yeah.
It looks super cool, though.
Dude, that does not look cool.
What are you talking about?
It would look cooler on you.
I feel like that was a thinly veiled threat right there. What do you call it? All right, sorry, Rob. You think I remember that guy a lot easier than I actually do. What do you call it? What does the future of One More Wave look like? What are the next steps for you guys?
We're just going to keep going. We're always looking to expand chapters. People always ask, hey, do you have one in your city, the Jersey Shore, Jacksonville, Florida? And so we're always just trying to expand. One thing that's really exciting is parasurfing is going to be in the Olympics this time. And so we have probably 6 or 8. There's veterans that are on Team USA that surf for Team USA, and they all have our boards. So it's going to be really cool that we're going to be able to support Olympians here pretty soon to, just expand everyone's knowledge of, all the different variations of it, whether it's people that are blind, missing limbs, paralyzed. There's a million different variations of it, just like regular sports. So it's exciting that that's coming up here pretty soon. So we're really excited. Quite a few of our folks are going to be able to compete.
Did you grow up surfing? Is this like a lifelong thing for you?
I did, probably middle school. Yeah, I'm from Southern California, so I surfed most of my life. Took a break, like we all do when we're in the service, but happy to get back in and surfing's like a lot of things. It's pretty humbling, right? The ocean doesn't care if you're having a bad day or if you weren't paying attention. It's still going to slap you around. So that focus that we all kind of loved in the service, you can kind of get doing whether it's riding a motorcycle or hunting or surfing. The ocean doesn't care. So I love it for sure.
Well, and that what you just said, what we have found is that doing things together with other veterans is what stops our peers from taking their own lives, or at least slows that process down as best we can. So yeah, and I mean, I'm guessing what you said, you have meetups. I'm guessing when you're surfing, you're doing it with others in similar mindset. So it's probably an excellent thing mentally for these guys or these.
No, absolutely. And, like I kind of alluded to beginning, like once you're in the water, everyone's the same. Doesn't matter if you're missing parts, if you're having a tough day, if you just got out of rehab, if you just got out of the service and you're pissed off, because we are all pissed off when you first get out. Everyone else has experienced that. So it works great. It's a great medium for everyone to just kind of feel like you're around people that understand you.
Super badass, man. I really like it. I'm loving what your mission is. I'm loving what you're doing. And I can't thank you enough for being a part of what we're doing. So yeah, thanks, man. And hey, if Griff is down with it, then we're down with it too. So we like it a lot.
Love it.
What do you call it? You feeling up to him giving him the last two?
Rob, every time we have a guest on, we give you 2 minutes to shine. If there's something that you wanted us to ask you that you want to talk about and we didn't because we failed, now's your time. So we want to go in deep a bit more. Go right ahead. You got about 2 minutes. Use or lose.
No, man. Thank you. You guys didn't forget anything, but I would just say, just keep reaching out to everybody. One of the great things that I think we got to do is we started reaching out to some of the VA rehab centers. And there's a lot of guys and gals that are in there and they're coming out of something, right? So just being available for your friends or people that you don't even know that are fellow veterans that might just need you to, be there and listen to them is critical to, everyone staying alive. And, we say, don't check out, paddle out. So that's how we do it, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh, I'm going to use that. Dude, I hope that's not copied. I'm going to put that on.
It's not. Do it.
Write it on his forehead and shit. That's awesome.
I don't pass out anymore.
What do you call it? How can people best support One More Wave?
Yeah, hop on. We can get on our website, Instagram, Facebook. It's all the same, onemorewave.com. Donate, come volunteer, come hang out. If you don't surf, that's okay. Come to the beach. You can talk trash of this just fine, I'm sure. Everyone's welcome. We're not just vets. We have all kinds of people, family friendly. Just come join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking with Rob Garnett with One More Wave. And again, I got introduced to you through a bunch of people on Instagram as well, who are huge supporters of what you're doing. So keep it up, man. I guarantee you're saving lives right now. Rob Garnett with One More Wave. Go to their Instagram, go to their Facebook, follow along, go buy a hat, go buy a t-shirt, support what they're doing. They're saving lives. Rob, I can't thank you enough for being a part of the show tonight. And yeah, man, have a great Monday night.
Thanks, guys. Hey, man, enjoy Hawaii.
Thank you. It's good to see you. That right there. Yeah, and we're there. Cool. All right, we're in good shape. What?
Yes, we are.
Don't stop reaching out and being available. Nice. I love it. Yeah, I really like that. Don't check out, paddle out. I'm there. That's some good stuff. A good one. It's a good stuff. What do you call it? Do you want to take a break?
How about
do you need a break? You want to push on? What do you want to do?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up.
That's why I'm asking.
Between now and the end of the show. So I can probably just roll through. Or
you want to?
Yeah, but
let's
knock out this private Carl.
Oh yeah. What you got? Hit me. Oh, that I didn't realize. Oh, yes.
And so I wanted, we've talked about this private Carl thing. A lot of times it's going to be some stupid, military news article or something like that we could discuss. But I tripped and fell on something, and I feel like it's it's political. It's all right.
I did.
Headline is Las Vegas judge dies by suicide 1 year after ethics probe resignation. Now, obviously, I'm not going to read all the way through this, but real quickly. A Las Vegas judge and mother of three killed herself a year after leaving her position to avoid a complicated ethics probe that began over what she said was her attempt to save her daughter from prostitution. Melanie, 53 years old, who stepped down as justice of peace for a hearing regarding her ethics investigation, was reportedly found dead by suicide. Epstein. Friday, 8 News now reported. The outlet did not provide details about how she died.
So this judge is trying to save her daughter from prostitution?
Yes. So here's what's going on. There was a local clothing store. There was really an underground, underage club. And she believed they were using it for sex trafficking and human trafficking.
What is going on in our country?
They started investigating her because she started investigating. They wouldn't pay attention. The locals wouldn't pay attention. So she went to the feds. Because she went to the feds, it was like abuse of power, right? Because she's a judge.
Daughter.
No, but I mean, she knew about it. Daughter worked there, but she was going after the entire ring.
Yeah.
So then she started getting burner phones and like making phone calls and going after these people, trying to figure out did she commit a crime at all? No, there was nothing criminal of what she did, but she was pushing the feds to do an investigation. She was even contacting people inside the suspected ring, and so they put her in, or they were going to put her in front of the ethics board. Because of abusing her power as a judge to try and investigate a sex ring, and then she got Epstein. Dude, I want to abuse my power. She allegedly committed suicide, but they will not release any details on it, dude. And I really hope this doesn't. I hope I didn't piss off Hillary and she comes after you and me for being.
Well, I think we're pretty secure here.
We are secure, but I mean, they seem to get to people, and
as long as we don't find ourselves in a jail cell swinging from the rafters. It's a news report and it's just twisted. And I've said this to you several times, but I for a very long time was not a conspiracy theorist, right? I wasn't a conspiracy theorist until I got a top secret clearance.
Well, yeah. But there's so many things out there that should be a conspiracy theory that's outrageous, but it's not. It's real in today's society, and it is scary.
I agree. I agree. I mean, shooting down UFOs and hot air balloons and things like that.
Did you know we have shot down 4? 4.
There are 4 other one-shots right now whose balloons are plummeting to the earth.
Yeah. In the last 8 days. 8 days, 4 things shot down, mysteriously flying over America.
We should do you ever listen to Coast to Coast? Coast to Coast AM? They're the conspiracy. So their show comes on at like midnight or something like that and goes to like 4 a.m.
I'm not up at midnight or 4 a.m.
I'm up all of those times. But Coast to Coast is like the people that have been abducted by aliens and whatnot. It's this show, but they've been it's awesome. If you ever get a chance to listen to it, I highly recommend it. It's become a news outlet at this point, dude. It's kind of ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah, it's a little bananas.
So it would behoove you guys, because I don't want to spend 20 minutes reading this whole article. Just Google.
You said behoove. You're such a sergeant.
Behoove.
It would behoove you.
Just go on the old interweb, type in Las Vegas judge dies by suicide. I'm telling you, it comes up right away. And there are tons of articles about it. It is a very, very crazy situation. So
our favorite nurse Dana is like, I missed something. WTF happened to Rob? Look, man, I've been asking that since birth, man. My parents can't give any. We've ruled out inbreeding, so the only other option is like drug overdoses or fetal alcohol syndrome. We're not really sure.
Adam Marquez is watching. What's up, brother?
You know Adam Marquez?
Thanks, I do. Thanks for reaching out this morning.
Oh wow, cool. So these are all friends. I love when we meet new friends of yours. Should we get ready to bring Allie on? Allie has a lot to talk about.
Okay.
And our Trin from Oconnell Law is coming on immediately after Allie. Apparently she has something she wants to talk to us about, which I'm kind of excited about. If you remember, this is the motorcycle riding lawyer that we're going to have on in about 10 minutes. So, but in the meantime, let's get yelled at by Allie for whatever it is she's going to yell at us about. So everybody ready? Here she comes. Allie,
I don't yell. I just speak in an elevated tone.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Look at my shirt. Ooh.
We ride.
We ride. Wait, there's more. for veterans. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I did a
Why doesn't
fundraiser this summer.
Favorite fat bald co-host get one? What the heck, man?
This was a ride we did this summer. We, as if I wrote bitch in the back, but they canceled it last minute because all the cops got COVID, so we had no cop detail. So we rode all the way to Boston and only find out that it was canceled. So we did our own ride, but we got the t-shirt. But anyway, so this week was spent in our nation's capital in DC, and what a fun little city. Like, I've been in and out, but like this, like spending the week there was fantastic. I almost died twice riding a scooter on the street. And when you get about a block from the Capitol, the scooters will completely shut down because you're entering a restricted zone, but nobody knew this. So we have a little scooter gang, and all of a sudden our scooters just stop. They just stop, and cars are flying. It was awful. So I was in DC with the National Association of County Veteran Service Officers. Okay, this is a thing, NACVSO, National Association County Veteran Service Officers. And about 25 different states were represented. And we were knocking on doors and meeting with our electeds, which is a love-hate relationship, about a new bill that we tried to pass last year, made it in the House, died in the Senate. And this is how we fix shit VSOs. For those of you listening, you don't like your VSO, let me tell you why. They're overworked and underpaid. For instance, Killeen, Texas, right? That county, there was one VSO, and her name is Casey. Okay. And she's got like 10, 20,000 veterans. So how does she meet with all of them? She doesn't. She can't. It's impossible. So this new bill, HR something, and I'll send it to you so you can broadcast it out later, would give $50 million over the course of 5 years, and it would help with training, accreditation, certification. It would help hire veteran service officers. It would help hire staff. So the VSO isn't filing papers, so we can actually focus on filing claims and learning and laws and all this shit. So we were knocking on doors. I met with Congressman Moulton and Jake Auchincloss and Elizabeth Warren, because she is from Massachusetts, met with them. And then Indiana was there. I had to stop it. It is a bipartisan bill, and we need as much support as we can, because this is how you fix shit leadership, right? This is how you fix shit VSOs. And a lot of the VSOs that I met, like, and I was sitting there listening to them, Massachusetts doesn't really have it bad at all. And I felt really bad for these VSOs who have no support, who have no money. They're only in the office 3 hours a day because that's all the county can afford to pay them, but they're there anyway because they give a shit. So this bill will allow $50 million. The states would have to apply, but it will allow county veteran service officers to get the funding they need. So
I'm going to argue with you on two separate points.
Tell me.
Well, not argue with you.
I'm sitting next to you. Don't argue about it.
20,000 veterans, she can't reach them. Bullshit. You do it. You do it through TikTok. You do it through a radio broadcast. You do it through all kinds of different ways. You put out a shit ton of information. So bullshit, dude.
So I do, but I am fortunate because in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, we have a veteran service officer in every town, right? And so I just really focus on the veterans of Foxborough and surrounding areas. I don't have the entire Norfolk County veterans, which would be tens and tens of thousands. So these county VSOs, they really are. And you guys know me, I'm first in line when it comes to hating VSOs. It is me. I know I'm like hating my own, but shit VSOs just don't sit well. And after listening to several VSOs in these rural communities, I felt really bad. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have transportation for them? What do you mean you're only in the office 3 hours a day, 3 days a week? It's really shit. And they don't make a lot of money at all, like minimum wage.
Therein lies my second argument, or it's not even an argument. It's a point of irritation. So the VSOs here where I am from, in the wealthiest county in Colorado, just south of Denver, our VSOs are volunteers and get provided a stipend. Yeah. That's bullshit.
Right. So that's what this bill would eliminate.
Like what you do. And they are professionals, but they're professionals volunteering their time. And Christ on a cross, it pisses me off to no end.
Yeah. I was sitting in the meeting and I was texting you guys like, hey, this guy from Colorado, he's in this county. Do you know him? Do you know this guy? So, yeah, a lot of them are volunteers. A lot of them are paid minimum wage or just above minimum wage. But this bill would eliminate that. This bill, the state would apply for it, and it would fund that office and that salary and enough salaries to hire like 2 VSOs. Like the girl in Killeen, her name is Casey, and I wish I remember her last name, but she is all by herself in whatever county. I don't know if it's Killeen County or whatever county that is. She is by herself. So if you're not getting phone calls, you're not getting emails, that is why.
Fort Hood is the largest military installation in the world.
Yes, and you have one VSO. Her name is Casey.
Yep.
One. Yes, one
what
VSO. Casey.
What the hell is going on?
She's a lovely lady. She's about my age. She's a veteran. Her husband's a veteran. She's got a couple of kids. And I sat there and I'm like, she goes, I want to quit every day. I want to quit every day, but if I leave, who else is going to take my spot? And I said, yeah, who else?
Yeah, and we're cooking this poor girl on both ends.
Yeah,
sorry.
she's.
I'm getting animated, and I apologize.
No, she's exhausted. She is. And then I met a guy from upstate New York, and this county, and he's like right in the middle. This town won't fund this county, and this veteran can't come over here. And he's like, I don't know what to do. And this one veteran got in trouble in this county, but he lives in this county, but he's kind of homeless, and they won't bring him to veterans court because he's not in the right county. I'm like, he's homeless. Just move his freaking box and say he lives in that county. Like, shit. Like, why can't we do something? There's so much red tape that I didn't even know existed until this meeting last week. There's so much crap going on, you guys. It's astounding. And I thought like veterans here, like the woe was me shit. I will never talk shit about Massachusetts and how bad we have it here, because we don't. The things that I saw, the veterans, the stories that these VSOs were telling me just made me even more angrier than I already am, because this bill should not have died. And it did. And politicians love to say, we love veterans and we love supporting veterans, until you actually have to do it, right? Until we actually come asking for help. So hopefully this bill, it's got, and I wish I could tell you who sponsored it. It's co-sponsored. But hopefully it'll pass this time. And it's $50 million over 5 years to help with county VSOs training and all that shit. So
it sounds like our genius idea of rate my VSO. It sounds like we need to change that to support my VSO.
Yeah. Yep. And don't get me wrong, there are still shit VSOs. Like this doesn't get shit VSOs off the hook. But like in Killeen, if you're in that county, Bell County, and you haven't received a phone call, that's because Miss Casey is overworked. She's got 20,000 veterans. Give her a break.
So our favorite law office in the whole world, Oconnell West, Doug, who is again one of my favorite lawyers in the world, which is a weird thing to say. Who likes lawyers?
I know. So I'm a little. Yeah. I don't like very many attorneys, but he's one of them. I made a whole video on why I hate attorneys, but
well, we like Rich because he wears cool shirts. We like Trent because he rides a motorcycle. So I mean, it's in spite of them being lawyers. But hey, we'll get past that. Yeah. So Doug says to put him in touch with the VSO in Killeen, boss lady. Yeah, I sure will. Doug, you have my email, I think my work and my personal, but I will reach out Monday, or I'm sorry, not Monday, tomorrow, because today is Monday, and I'll give you that information. Yeah, but she's like the sweetest, and she's in my scooter gang, the Booze Cruisers. And we had a great time in DC, except I caught food poisoning, and the last day I was just like vomiting and whatever, but. Bleh. Yeah, the food poisoning. Is that what you're blaming it on?
Yeah, no, really. I didn't even drink. I did not drink. But you know what was really cool? I was in DC, a block from the Capitol during the State of the Union. So we got to see all the motorcades come in and like things that you don't see as a typical American, right? So that was pretty cool. Like being like an immigrant kid, it's like, I don't know, it was like America. And then I hear this shit about VSOs and I'm like, fuck you guys. So I'm just, it's a love-hate relationship with the electeds is what I want to say.
Well, just before I kick you to the curb, I want to let you know that I spent last Thursday and Friday with the Colorado Veterans Caucus, and
the Veterans what?
Caucus at the Colorado State Capitol.
Yeah.
But it was not the same experience, is the way I'll say it.
Did you not have a good time? Oh, you had too much of a good time.
No. I wish. Yeah. Great veterans, lots of good effort put forth. I don't get politicians, but I guess I will one day. So
Yeah,
but
I
today's-
don't either. I don't either.
No. Hey, I got to kick you to the curb because we got to get Trin
Please.
on. What does it
All
say?
right.
Rob spent time with
With
I'm not really
the
sure.
caucus.
Doug
Okay.
says one of your favorite lawyers or your favorite lawyer in all caps.
Oh, you are my favorite lawyer. Yes, sir. All right,
Hey,
boys.
it sounds like
Yes.
we're just put together that we're going to go down there in April. Are you down with that? Last week of April? Or
This
last week
April?
of- Yeah,
This
dog.
April?
Yeah.
Where? Where are we going?
I think they're
Austin.
they're in Austin, Texas.
I got to do a quick trip the first week to San Diego. And then I don't see why not. Give me the deets on that.
Yeah, well, Rich and I are putting it together. We'll make it happen. And yeah,
Okay.
we'll get it.
All
All
right.
right. All right.
Okay,
Hey,
bye,
Alan,
guys.
thanks so much. And hey, man, have a great rest of your Monday night. And thanks for being on the show, boss lady.
Always. Bye.
Bye. All right. How you holding up, man? You're fading.
I'm here.
You're fading hard. I'm watching the fade happen. Would you like some more Monster or something?
Yes. Let me see. Actually, I'll let you just grab it.
You
I'm not fading. So I had about a 2-hour block in the middle of the afternoon where I was feeling good. And that was about
it comes in waves.
It goes in waves.
Did you get any sleep?
Not really, bro.
No. Well, I mean, you can't roll over and shit. I mean,
I can't do it. Yeah, and like any slight movement where these are drilled in the bone, like especially this top, like it like pulls. Oh, dude, it's something special.
At least they didn't shave your leg.
I wish they would have, because then this wouldn't be like pulling hairs.
It looks super cool, man.
It is not.
I'm a huge fan of
It's like an
Terminator movies.
erector set.
It really is.
I know. I'm not in a happy place about this.
I can see, and I'm watching you fade as the show goes on. So let's talk to Trin
Sounds good.
and go from there. Does that sound like a
That
plan?
sounds good to me.
All right. And then we got one. We got to give a special shout out at the end of the show. So we're not doing Never Forgotten tonight. We've got a very special shout out at the end of the show.
Very cool.
Cool.
I'm in.
You are. You're
I'm
gonna
glad
like
you're
this
on
one.
point today, because for our regular listeners, I know that they can tell I'm not.
There we go. And all right, here we go. Here she comes. Trin, how the heck are you?
Hey, how are you?
I am so glad you're back. How's your day so far?
It's going okay. And I it's hard to follow Allie because I think she's amazing.
So does everybody else. And yeah, I agree completely. We'd like to give her her own show, but we only have 1 hour blocks, and there's no way you can keep her shut up for that long. So yeah.
So first of all, I want to say I saw the Chris Stapleton rendition of the national anthem. I cried. It's amazing. Probably one of the best I've ever seen. But
I don't even like country music, and I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, me too. But anyways, hey, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow.
I already have a Valentine.
I know, right? Nobody cares, but my fellow veterans, I need to talk to you about love and stuff. And here's the thing.
One of our favorite lawyers on to talk about love. This is awesome.
No.
So
I believe in love, but I believe in protecting your assets while you're in love. And so I'm here to say that a prenuptial agreement is not somebody saying I don't love you. It's saying that I need to take care of my assets. But yeah, I have a quick story to tell. I just represented a veteran who's pretty great. She bought her own house and paid it off within 5 years. She just worked her butt off and paid off her house. But then she met somebody, a civilian guy, and falls in love. And here's the thing, though. She thought about a prenuptial agreement, but instead of going to a lawyer, she gets on the internet and does the fill in the blank prenup. And I got to tell you, veterans, don't do that, because it's just a waste of your time and I can't fix it. And so now, divorce comes, and what she thought was her separate property that she saved with a prenup turns out not to be. So, her house, which is worth, about $360,000 that she paid off, And here's the other weird thing. And I see Eric Reed's on here, so he'll laugh about this. But if you have a VA loan and you pay it off, you can't refinance that VA loan in the event that somebody wants to take half of the proceeds of that house because you're getting divorced. True story. And so I'm telling you that love is a great thing, but protect your assets. And you do that with a prenup before you get married, or if you missed it before you got married, you can do a postnup. That's after you're married, and you just agree. Everything that I own remains mine and never will be community property. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for Valentine's Day tomorrow.
So I've been married to my wife for 25 years. And I'm glad you answered that question because she's been asking me for a prenup for the last 20 years. So yeah. That's actually fits perfectly. I love, she's like, hey, Valentine's Day.
I know.
I'm guessing the strippers outside of Colleen are probably not willing to sign those prenups. So I'm just call it a thing. I'm just guessing.
And if they're not willing to sign a prenup, you got to wonder. You got to start asking the questions. So, but yeah, true story, veterans. We've got nice people out there, but some of them are looking for people like single people that they can try and take advantage of. And I think in this particular situation, it was a matter of a veteran being taken advantage of.
Well, let's say that I happen to know a very skinny black guy with a bad hairdo that lives just outside of Killeen, Texas, and he wants to get a prenup. How can he reach out to you to get that prenup accomplished? Eric Reed, if you get married, and I'm going to stab you in the neck.
Well, I tell you, Oconnell West has got offices in Killeen, and then we're in Austin, we're in San Antonio, so we're everywhere.
Well, how can people get a hold of you?
Give me a call, and I can post my number. But yeah, you call Oconnell West. You can find us at OconnellWest.com, and then my cell number is 210-441-8946.
Well, and folks, if you just send us a message here on From the Ashes Radio, we will happily put you in touch with our favorite people at Oconnell West Law. So, and they will absolutely take care of you. So yeah, we got you. Yeah. Trin, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
I call Valentine's Day God's cruel joke. So
that's the voice of a single woman if I've ever heard one.
It's my birthday.
Is it really?
And I'm allergic to roses, like seriously allergic.
That is cruel.
I know, right? But yeah, so I'm just going to enjoy a great birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Look, Doug just put in our phone number, 512-547-7265. That's our office number, and somebody will answer that, or we'll have, an answering service. So.
Is that Alicia that answered the phone there? Because she's super cool. I love that chick.
Oh, I know. I love her too. She's one of my favorite people. But yes.
Cool. Well, happy birthday, Trin. I hope a brand new motorcycle falls out of the sky and lands in your lap tomorrow for your birthday.
Right?
So glad to hear it. What'd you think of the halftime show?
I'm not a big fan, but that's not my kind of music. So,
who would you like to see play the halftime show next year?
Pink.
Ooh, that's a good answer. That's a real good answer.
Oh yeah. Pink would do just an amazing show. So
I'm guessing you would have some country singer you'd want. No? I'd like to see Slayer play the halftime show, although I think that that might be a pipe dream.
Dude, I have some pain pills in me. Hold on.
He's got a
Ryan Bingham.
Ryan Bingham?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's on Yellowstone.
He is?
I think he was just here in San Antonio at the rodeo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed him.
He's pretty amazing. And he's on Yellowstone.
It sounds like you and I are going to see each other come end of April. So kind of excited about that.
I would love that. If it's nice, I'll ride.
I'll be riding even if it's not. So yeah.
Yeah.
Although it sounds like my hetero life mate's going to be out, but yeah,
I'm not on the riding for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although
One-
you can ride bitch.
Ouch, dude! That's awesome.
So that off for a
I
while.
know, right? So there is a rule here in Colorado, and I thought it was a worldwide rule, that if you're riding on the back of another guy's motorcycle, you have to wear the complete Hooters outfit, including the blonde wig.
Yeah.
It's a rule.
I'm not.
Dude, you ought to see the phone lighting up right now. Everybody loved that comment. Trin, thank you so much for being a part of From the Ashes Radio. Hey, folks, if you are looking for a prenup for tomorrow before you take Cinnamon or Sunshine or whatever her name is to out afterwards, hey, make sure you make a phone call to 512-547-7265, O'Connell West. You'll probably be talking to Ashley. She is cool like the other side of the pillow, and they will hook you up, man. Trin, you still need to give me a call, Eric Reed. So, yeah, like you're already in business, Trin. It's well done.
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, have a happy birthday and happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
So very cool. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, and let me get rid of that comment. Hey, my favorite lawyer. Before we end the show, let me go to my text messages here. Here it is. Scroll down. Oh no, it's on my messages. So if you don't know already, and you haven't before, we have a morning show. It's called the Max Weight Show. Far and away one of my favorite DJs here on About Face Radio.
Max?
Yeah.
Max
Max Weight. If you know this, I mean, some of our listeners may not. Max is actually married to Jennifer Aniston. They are actually in the French Riviera right now. I guess they're on a topless beach or something like that. I don't know all the details, but that's why you haven't heard his show lately. However, Max has, so let's see here. I believe Max was Navy. I'm not positive of that. But we would like to say congratulations to Staff Sergeant Christopher Thielman. Congratulations on your Air Force promotion to Staff Sergeant. That is something that once you have it, your audio sounds better. You get the system set up. Hey, congratulations on your promotion. It's an Air Force promotion, so don't get all high and mighty on yourself or nothing like that. It's just the Air Force, bro. But congratulations on making Staff Sergeant United States Air Force to Staff Sergeant Christopher Thielman. Well done to you, man. Congrats. You about ready to call it a night?
I am ready to call it a night. Are you carry me upstairs?
Yes, exactly. It's exact. We're gonna head up to the personnel section at the super secret area bunker. Hey, folks, thank you so much for being a part of From the Ashes Radio. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. Just like Trin said, go get yourself a prenup. Give a call to our friends at Oconnell West. Oh, that was the other thing I forgot to tell you guys. Hey, since the balloon accident, I had to reach out to Thigh Huggers, and we changed our promotion code. Our new promotion code at Thigh Huggers is one shot, all caps, one word, one shot. So yeah, if you're looking for some shorts, go to Thigh Huggers, enter the code one shot. You'll get a discount from us, and we'll get a little piece of that action as well. So you can make a donation to us.
He means that our nonprofit.
Our nonprofit, so not us. We don't get paychecks.
Continue to help veterans.
Yeah, we don't get paychecks. All we do is run from the government. So yeah. Anything else before we kick the rock?
I don't think so.
Hey, folks, thanks for listening. We will see you next Monday. And thanks a lot for being a part of From the Ashes Radio on About Face Radio.